I had an idea for a new type of class, the forum poster. So the forum poster uses the power of shit posting and whining to wear down their opponents. Abilities include the goodbye post, a finishing move that ultimately does nothing, a healing spell called all caps fix my class that magically fixes everything, a taunt called 3-day ban that includes ton of extremely inappropriate cursing. This class wears cloth because even though they can tank, they cannot take much more damage. They cannot take much damage before they collapse into a whiny pile. Jesus, I fucked up the cold open. Whatever. Let's roll this shit.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolis, Gershom, and Wooly. What's up, swingers? From the TB headquarters on the foamy streets of Milwaukee, welcome to episode 44 of Thralls Balls. I'm Wooly, joined as always by Gershom. Hi, Gershom.
Hi, Wooly.
Bent is out this week as he has family visiting from out of town, but we do have a guest joining us on the show today, the one and only Shantyman. Hi, Shanty.
Hey, Wooly. Hey, Gershom.
Hi, Shanty.
Happy
I
to have you
figured
here.
since everybody else that had attended TBCon last year had already been on the show, I needed to get this out of the way.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, before we get into the meat of the show, as in before we get into what we've been up to, I thought it'd be fun to just ask Shanty, just like, I literally only have like 4 little questions here, and they're super basic level. And I understand Shanty has some news to share that will coincide with them. It'll be great. So, Shanty, just like in general, when did you start playing WoW? Like, what expansion?
Okay, so I'm kind of like a superhero in that I have multiple origin stories here. Initially, it was
shit.
BC. Then Old Soldier came across my Facebook one day and drew me back in. And then I've been away for quite some time, but I'm back, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna be coming back come payday.
Hell yeah, man.
I guess I'm
Hell
gonna have
yeah.
to start playing my horde again. Fuck.
Yeah, so what is your main? What do you main, or are you gonna be making a new main?
So previously it had been Assassination Rogue, and then it was Affliction Warlock, but coming back and knowing that they're going to continue expanding the race class combos, I'm going to have to learn Feral just so I can have a Feral Panda.
Hell yeah. We'll get into that later in the show because that's something I'm really excited to talk about. So then what is your favorite aspect of the game? What do you play it for? Are you a raid guy, PvP, just like the social aspect? What?
First and foremost, give me that lore.
Hell yeah. I am a sucker for a good story. Even if there's a lot of debate about whether or not it's a good story, I like it, okay? So shut up, forum posters.
If a lore noob like me can enjoy the story, I really admire the people who can do it. And oh, Wooly, just real quick, sorry to interrupt, but speaking of your forum poster, when you said although they can tank, I thought you misspelled that, and it was supposed to say although they can talk, but it was tank.
No, my thought process was they can dish it out, but they can't really take it. So they're like, oh, I'll tank, as in like, they're the same guy who's in the dungeon bitching about a mob attacking them instead of taking it to the tank. And then they're like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. But then they fold because they can't take out what they dish.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the next question I had written, and this is the last one, did include the phrase, I know you're not currently playing out of protest, hashtag fire and fuck Bobby Kotick, but don't actually fuck Bobby Kotick. Don't give him that pleasure. I was going to say that I support that, but I'm happy to hear you're coming back. What do you think of how Dragonflight looks?
Oh my god. Between the revamped talent trees, which is something I've wanted since I initially came back and saw they had taken my treasured BC talent trees and turned them into rows, and the overhaul to the crafting professions in general, but the crafting looks really good from what I'm initially seeing here.
Yeah, it looks a lot more engaging.
To be
I can't wait. I can't wait for the new talent trees. I'm so excited. As a classic baby, I'm all about that. Yep.
Like, I was not expecting that at all.
Me neither.
And then they did that. I was like, holy shit. Well, I only wrote those few questions because I don't want to, sit here like we're interrogating you. So then we can move on to what we've been up to in WoW. I guess, Shanty, in your case, what's going to be the first thing you do when you get on?
Well, the first thing I do is I'm going to be leveling a druid just to get the feel of the class and really start relearning WoW because I've been in so many different other MMOs in the meantime.
Feral, if you're going Feral, it has a pretty high skill ceiling. There's always, like, different ways you can improve on it, and I am kind of garbage at it.
Most dot classes play like that, though, so I feel like I have some familiarity based on my previous mains.
Yeah, with the previous ass rogue, and no, I'm not saying assassination, I'm saying ass, because asses are funny. Well,
You're funny.
I am very funny. What have you been up to in WoW, Gershom?
Oh shit, you know what? The past couple of weeks, I think my big focus, and this is just really, really great for me because you guys know how much I love my mount farming. I got a lot of mounts. I'm super excited about this. I finally got all my Falcosaurs that I was working on. Remember the PvP, the stupid battle pet where you go and save the mom? I've been talking about them on and off.
That.
Yeah. So I got all of those. So I'm done with that. No more Falcosaurs. I finally got the Cloudwing Hippogriff off of Ghosty Boy Night Elf Man.
Ghosty Boy Night Elf Man.
Ferrandis.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Azuna.
Ghosty Boy Night Elf Man, who has a name that suspiciously sounds like a fart. Fart on this.
Fart on this. Fart
on
on this.
this.
Fart on this, Duke. No.
Oh my god, no.
No, please don't. And when I got, I finally finished the little quest chain to get my proto farm synthesis going, which awards you with your first proto farm mount, which is is it Servid or Curvid? I was never sure how to pronounce that. I always said Servid, but
let's go with what you say, because
Servid, it's a stag.
Oh, you're not talking about the birds. Birds are corvids, so.
No, it's the stags. It's Cervid. I don't know if that's curvid or cervid, but I'm not.
I'd lean towards cervid.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, that gives you one, and then there was one more I got. Oh, and I finished the Pokebucks tree. So I finished the ciphers of the Poco dollars.
Have no clue what that even is, so I can't even weigh in. I mean, I know what it is, I just haven't done anything with it. So if you're trying to fish for what it's called, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I don't know, there's some yelling going on in my house. I don't know what's going on. Might be the kids' kid.
Dollar store.
Yeah, the Poke Dollar Store. And then speaking of Poco, I think probably the highlight of my week was when I was out running around doing things. I got the top hat for Poco, so it's called the Dapper Poco.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got that, and then the last thing I ended up doing was I've been like dying to get exalted with the Enlightened, which I still don't have, and I have to give a shout out to Tajirla because there is an Enlightened contract. I didn't think there was.
There is?
Yeah, there is
Oh.
on the auction house for like 300 gold on Proudmoore. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, and so like in a week, I went in the past 2 weeks. So it's been 2 weeks since we recorded, right? In the past 2 weeks, I went and got from like halfway to like where I'm at now, which is like 19.5. So I figured the next time I turn in my Patty's Quest, I'll be exalted, and that's pretty cool because like as a casual player at that point, I'll pretty much be done with like all the stuff that I want to do. Oh, okay, I gotta hand it over to someone for a second.
Okay, Gershom
All right.
has kid aggro. So actually, Shanty, I realized there's a question I didn't ask. You said you're gonna make a druid. What race?
Zandalari is going to be my placeholder.
There you go. Yeah, I enjoy the idea of the Zandalari druid, but personally, I want to actually look like a kitty. instead of their cool ass dinosaur thing.
I
Actually,
mean, that's completely valid. For me, I just like the, Zandalari aesthetic a little better than
the Dark Spear.
or the Tauren.
Yeah. Have you leveled Zandalari before?
Not fully. I don't
Okay,
have the
so then
heritage
you'll
armor or
get
anything.
you'll get the heritage armor out of that too then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've wanted to level a Zandalari. And I actually went as far as making one, and I named him Kuhara, which is Swahili for diarrhea. So I might do that again at some point. As for what I've been up to, my raid team, which I'm on with Slide, Immune, and Aaron from DNR, we have reached Anduin on heroic, which honestly I think it's gonna take a little bit, but we're doing way better on it than I would have expected. That team is absolutely capable of downing heroic Andy. So it'll just take a couple of adjustments. Some people are a little slow on a couple of the mechanics, but it's all right. We'll get there. I've also been playing around with what character to play if I don't play Drakthir Evoker, which is entirely dependent on if I like the gameplay. And I think I have landed on the Feral Druid, because, why not? I can play my original character, who is now, by the way, a Worgen. He was a night elf named Volfane before, and he is now a Worgen, renamed Cat Dog. Shout out to Nickelodeon. And I guess speaking of Pokepoke, I got Pokepoke's, he gets a Pepe on his head. I found that.
Oh, the Pepe Poke?
Yeah, Poke. But beyond that, I've been offline a lot this week. There's some events in my personal life that I am coordinating that have been taking a lot of energy. So I've been doing that. But, I'm keeping on. I'm excited for Dragonflight. So, Gershom, are you back with us? Alright, not quite yet. So then we can vamp a little bit. Let's think of some more questions. Let's see. So you're 100% Horde then, huh? Have you ever played Alliance? Have you ever given it a try?
I'm as I said on Thrall's Balls a couple weeks ago, or not Thrall's Balls, sorry, Third Faction. I'm more purple with red leanings. I've played both.
Yeah.
I like seeing the lore from the different perspectives.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
but I will not go out of my way to unlock mechanomes. Those things just creep me out.
Yeah, there's actually the biggest reason I'm still playing Alliance. There's two main reasons. One, the raid team. Two, I mean, even then there's cross-faction coming in 925, but it's still separate enough that it doesn't really feel the same. And two, this is the bigger reason. One of my favorite things to do in raid is shitpost in general chat. It's just a lot more fun than you'd think. And I don't know if Horde side on Proudmoore, because it's much more subdued, does that as much. Like, I don't know what general chat looks like in a Proudmoore Horde raid. And even if it is robust, there's some names in general chat, shout out Lil Caesars, shout out Freylin, selling his soul for 50 gold, that I wouldn't see. So I'm, 100% Alliance for the time being, but in my heart, I'll always be Horde.
Well, I mean, you're in the same guild as the boys over at DNR, right?
Yep, sure am. It's
so yeah,
Uno Mas on Proudmoore.
That's a pretty good group for the shit posting. So.
Oh, it sure is. It every now and then I think they're taking raid more seriously than I am, so I better, cool it and pay attention. But then Slide will pipe up, Bob is drinking. Which I'm not going to explain that because I don't understand that. But wait, maybe I do. There was this guy apparently on Proudmoore forever ago that for some reason had a macro that was a little broken, and it kept like spamming exactly twice, Bob is drinking into raid general chat, I think. I don't know. All right, do we have a Gershom back with us? All right, well, we got to keep the show moving forward, so here's what we'll do. We will go on and start WoW News, and we can do the mixed drink of the week after we do the WoW News. It's a little out of the ordinary, but you know, it gets the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that bumper.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
All right, first up on the block here is there are new race class combinations coming, as you hinted before. Mr. GM, a video YouTuber, WoW YouTuber guy, that's his official description, interviewed Brian Holinka, and I don't think he expected to get this bombshell of a drop. And actually, if you go and watch the interview, his face kind of looks like, holy shit, did I just hear that? So in that interview, he asked Mr. Holinka about any further like race class combinations, and I think he expected to get an answer like, you know, never say never, we're looking into it. But no, turns out immediately with 10.0, mages, rogues, and priests are to be playable across every and all races. So that means we're gonna get clip-clop rogues, you know, Draenei Tauren rogues, clip-clop mages, except I think Draenei could already be mages, but Tauren could not, so now they can be mages. But it looks like orcs were the only ones apparently who couldn't be priests. I didn't know that.
Which is slightly odd.
Yeah, it is. Especially because there's very strong shadow priests stuff in Shadowmoon Valley in Draenor. So I don't know. But basically, what Holinka said is they want to get to a point where what he said was the race of a character is not a limiter for what they can do or what they can become, which I'm immediately running way too far with and assuming then that every race is going to eventually get to be a druid, which makes me happy because I want to see them undead kitty cats. I want to see them void elf kitty cats. I want to see what a gnome turning into a cat would look like. Maybe it's a little robot cat. I want to see a dwarf, what kind of bear they would look like. Just a fucking blood elf. They'd probably turn into a spring paw. Just, I like this idea.
You think that then, sorry, I'm back. You think that they're going to springboard into other race class combos of like across the board? Eventually everything will be everything, or?
From what I've heard on a couple of different podcasts now, that is looking like the long-term goal, and one of the big reasons that it isn't going with the initial classes we're getting is art assets. So they're going to be working on those pretty hard.
That's a lot of dev work, I can only imagine. Wooly, what is it that you want? A void elf paladin?
Void elf. Well, I do want void elf paladins, but I'd take a void elf druid too. That would be
just
cool.
Give me Pandaren druid and I'm golden.
I would like to think a guardian Pandaren druid would just get a little bigger and just be themselves, or the like a panda color of the werebear. That would be cool.
Or like I was gonna say like a panda, but like on all fours. So not like a humanoid Pandaren, but
like a really pissed off
like an
panda.
actual panda. Yeah, like when they get mad and they go tear down whole bamboo forests.
Yeah, just so you know, Gershom, we didn't skip your drink. We're coming back to it after the news.
I figured, and I apologize, Swingos.
Hey, no problem.
My
Real
kids
life
busted in the
aggro.
door, and it is Mother's Day, so they had to hug me up, and my mother-in-law just brought me some flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, kids kid.
Real life aggro happens. So basically, I'm super excited for this. Now, I'm pretty sure this won't extend to like demon hunters. At least maybe to a point it will, but evokers most likely not, because I mean you kind of gotta have wings to do the evoker thing, fly across the map, and how else are you gonna breathe fire if you're not a Draxir? So that one might be out, but oh geez. And then the other thing is like totems. Like let's say there's A blood elf totem. What would a blood elf's totem look like? Would it be like the head of a hawk strider or some shit? I don't know.
Maybe like a miniature version of those weird like magic wards that they have, like those rocks with the runes in them.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Or something, some kind of weird little like
thing
rock
that, like-
pile with like runic carvings all over them. I don't know. That's
the
just
thing
off
that's
the top
supposed
of my
to keep
ass.
the
I mean,
trolls
brain.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be dope. I'm definitely on board with this happening, even if it does take a long time, which is great because it means they're doing it right. They're not, and they want to. He did also indicate that they want to set the scene, so to speak, for it to make sense. I think a really good way that they could just do that quickly is, instead of being like, oh, the Pandaren have discovered a cave deep in Pandaria they didn't know about that teaches them about harnessing the power of the elements. Wait, they can already be shamans, can't they? Whatever. But instead of doing something like that, they could just establish the academy in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. Maybe they call it the Academy in Stormwind. Maybe they call it something else in Orgrimmar. I don't know. But it would be somewhere where they can say, well, in coming together, all the races of the mortal worlds have realized that they have differences in what they can do. Some have decided they want to learn how to do these things. So out of this was born all these different race class combinations. Like, you know?
That's rad. No, that's rad. Yeah. Hell
Like-
yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Like, there's a
And
little
they'll even
gnome who goes
supply
to the academy.
Supply a name for the horde side. Call it the Proving Ground. Very.
I love that.
Yeah.
node for
I
the
love
horde,
that.
You know?
That would be a very easy way for them to do it with without having to add a whole bunch of new lore. It would be very simple. I mean, if I were them, I would still want to add at least some, so it doesn't feel just shoehorned. But yeah, I think that would be great. Moving on, we have. It's been confirmed already. We've known this, that season 4 will be coming in Shadowlands, which we weren't really expecting until they announced it. But we got a little more clarification that it won't start with patch 9.2.5, so it'll come sometime after that. And they did also say, and I couldn't find this anywhere, so take it with a grain of salt, that season 4 will be somewhat protracted. It'll be a little shorter than like season 3 or something. And then the other thing that is definitely relevant to this is Ahead of the Curve will become unavailable with the start of season 4. So if you don't get a heroic Argy. No, Argus is the fucking Titan. Jailer.
Seppies.
Yeah,
Remember the Italian music?
Yeah,
Seppies?
I know. But I
Yeah.
was thinking of the boss in general, who, by the way, he's so boring of a big bad that I forgot his name.
Yeah, that's an indictment of the story of this expansion.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like the expansion. I just don't care about what happens because he's not.
It's not on
engaging.
Azeroth. It's aside from that, it's not on Azeroth. There's not the same investment to begin with.
Yeah. But anyway, no AOTC in season 4. We will be going back to do like Castle Nathria and what was the other one? I skipped most of that raid tier. Sanctum of Domination, that's right. And with season 4 will be coming a new Keystone Master Mount. And when they originally showed what it was, I don't know if it was data mined or if they released it, but it looked almost indistinguishable from season 2. And they got a little bit of backlash and people were not happy. And they're like, you know what? That's fair. So they have changed the coloration and it looks so cool now. It is going to be purple with like the metal parts being gold. It looks awesome. There's a link to that in the show notes. You can check that out. Moving on from that, they announced their new Warcraft mobile game, Arclight Rumble, It's an action strategy mobile game, and I didn't play Clash of Clans at all, but people say it looks like Clash of Clans. I don't know, I think I might actually give it a try when I'm bored here and there, because it does look fun. It's basically like you put your little minifigs out there, and there is a boss that they have to kill, but there's a bunch of mobs coming at you in the way, so you basically have to push through those to kill the boss in time, or else you lose.
The buzzword is tower defense game, I believe. And I did play Clash of Clans. It looks quite a bit like it with some
Okay.
differences, obviously, but yeah.
I
Are you looking forward to it, Shanty? What do you think?
I'm glad it's there for the people that might be interested, but it's just not my style of game.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that I'll play when I have downtime, but I'm not going to go out of my way to play it. I think they at one point described it as tower offense, which
Wait, did I
didn't-
say defense on accident? I meant offense.
no, the term is tower defense, but they described it as tower offense as if to try to turn it on its head. And like, I didn't know what the hell they meant by that until I saw gameplay from the one and only Towley. I have his video linked in the show notes, but it's exactly what it sounds like. You gotta push through the bad guys coming at you. I'm very happy to see there's a Hogger minifig. I love Hogger. If I could play a Knoll, I think I would. Like,
I would love that.
give the
And
Knolls to the Horde.
And they're really expanding on gnolls in Dragonflight too.
Mhm.
There's all kinds of like different ones running around. There's
Those new models
snolls,
look dope.
snolls. Yeah, they do look really sick. I like that.
So yeah, happy for everybody who wants to play Arclight Rumble, supposedly coming out this year. So that was really all the news I chose to put into the notes for today. So once again, we're out of order here, but that is fine. These segments are mostly modular. We can put them wherever the hell we want. So, should we move on to the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Here we go. It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! It's the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah. This week, Gershom is up, and she has the Exodar. Now, before we get into our guessing, please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so, and we're not responsible for any dumb shit that happens to you as a result of your own dumb shit decisions. Okay, so we've been going through cities in the Warcraft universe in no particular order. Last week we had, Bent had it, right? What
Yeah,
was it?
actually, so Bent did the Exodar. I picked Wrath Dalaran.
Oh,
Remember?
fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep, I have that backwards.
I kept meaning to remind you, but then I got the kids kid, and I was like, oh shit.
It's alright. Would it be an episode of Thrall's Balls if I didn't fuck up, whether that be like playing all the bumpers at once or hitting my microphone stand, or you know.
We got kids skids, we got mic bumps. Hey y'all, we're here. We're doing what we love to do, right? Fuck yeah.
So, Shanty, I have to apologize to you then, because I told you that she had Exodar. My bad. My bad. Alright, so what do I think is in the Legion? No, the Wrath, right? Wrath
Yeah,
Dalaran.
Wrath. In
All right.
honor of Wrath Classic. That's why I picked it.
Okay, so I'm thinking because it's Dalaran, but it's in Northrend, it's purple with a little bit of cold to it. Because Dalaran's just purple. That's how it is. So I'm thinking to get the purple, you mixed a little blue with a little red. So I think you put UV red and UV blue together, and you lightened the color with, let's see, a clear alcohol, but not just... I'm gonna say you threw the twist of white tequila in there, even though vodka and tequila together sounds terrible. That's my guess. 1/3 UV red, 1/3 UV blue, and white tequila. Or silver tequila, whatever the hell you want to call it.
All right, Shanty, what you got?
All right, so I'm also kind of going on the cold theme here, and I'm thinking along the lines of a plain vodka base with peppermint schnapps.
Oh, that would have done it.
Okay. No. Okay. So you guys are both right in that the cold does play a major part. But the reason it does is because this drink starts with some very special ice cubes. You need to make these the night before if you're going to make this drink, and it's going to be worth
Uh-huh.
it. Trust me. It's all about the ice. Other than that, it's just a regular drink. You're going to love this. So, you make this custom purple ice with, you take your empty ice tray, and to each well you add 2 drops of red food dye, 1 drop of blue food dye. So in every well, dunk, 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 all the way. You add a dash of edible glitter to each well of the ice tray. I picked silver because it kind of reminded me of like Dalaran for some reason. You make the ice, you let it freeze overnight. When you go to make the drink, all you're gonna do, now normally when you make a drink, you put the ice first, right?
Yeah.
What you're gonna do in this case is add, so if you want to do it as shots, we'll say let's do it as shots. You're gonna take 2 shots of, I used Mike's Harder cranberry lemonade, which is like a
Ooh.
kind of purplish color. Also, Wooly, I was going to add UV blue vodka to this, and my local liquor store did not have it. So
I
I
was
went,
close.
you were close. I went with just my standard New Amsterdam coconut because I just like the flavor. So 2 shots in like a shaker of Mike's Harder cranberry lemonade, a shot of coconut vodka, or really any vodka that you want. So Shanty, you had the vodka right. And then you're gonna shake it up. You're gonna make sure it's all mixed up. And then you're gonna add these glittery purple ice cubes, which is your cold. And you're gonna stir it up. You're gonna let the ice cubes dissolve, and you're gonna pour it into shot glasses. I got about 4 shots out of this drink. And you basically get swirling glitter in a purple shot.
Damn.
Yeah, and
That is awesome.
I think I posted in host chat. I was like, this drink looks so fucking cool. It tastes pretty good too. It is strong. So I ended up mixing mine with, I topped it off with Diet 7-Up. And when you make it as a mixed drink, it still swirls and it's still purple and it looks really good and it tastes really good. I'm drinking it right now. It's fucking delicious.
I feel like it would be easier to do it as a mixed drink than to do it as shots.
Probably.
Unless you want to like
I wanted
crush
to
up the ice cubes.
I wanted to try it as a shot first to see how, but the shots were kind of dangerous. So I'm like, okay, let me make a drink out of this. So I guess if you were going to make a drink, you would just add maybe like half a shot or like a shot of the hard lemonade,
Mhm.
maybe half a shot of vodka and the ice, and then top it off with whatever you want. I preferred the clear soda because it kept the integrity of like the swirling glitter in the
Yeah.
cup. Yeah.
And like the bubbles of the soda then would keep it
Exactly.
kind
Yeah.
fizzy.
So it's basically like a magical, fizzy, glittery, swirling purple drink. And that's the Dalaran, Wrath Dalaran
of
mixed
holy
drink of the week.
shit.
Fuck yeah.
That might be the best drink in this series so far. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, I'm floored.
Yeah,
Welcome to the winner's circle, guys.
absolutely black. Ooh. We should do that at TBCon because it'll be
Yeah,
hot
so you know what?
and we'll want a cold drink.
Ben's ideas were that everyone should bring the stuff to make one drink, and I'm like, we're gonna get so wasted. Shanty, remember you were so
That's-
wasted you couldn't leave for like a hot second after the
I
party
don't know
last
that
year.
was that wasted. That
I don't
was
think
just
he was
me erring.
wasted.
That was me erring on the side of caution.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, I might come down to Chicago for a couple of days because of this. Like, make it
So
a
you can drink
trip
with us?
instead of a day trip. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Honestly, driving from Milwaukee to Chicago and back in the same day sucks.
I
So,
just did it on the bus to go see that show on Monday,
Ew.
and it was an adventure.
It's legit worse when you're in the driver's seat, though.
Yeah. Oh, I
'Cause
was
you
gone
can't
for
even zone
14
out.
hours. Yeah, I can only imagine. I think we're all getting a little old for these like 14-hour day trips. Like
Yeah.
it's time to take a little break in between.
All right, so next week I am up, and I decided I'm taking what I think is going to be a bit of a dark horse pick here. I'm going with Gilneas City, and I have
Nice.
plans. I
Nice.
have plans, y'all. Okay, so I think it's about time we hit the old question of the week, so let's do it.
Question. Buff. The week.
All right, so last time we asked, what are the best, coolest, funniest, whatever Draxir names you've seen or have taken yourself? Adorno says Cloaca. Some really funny dude claimed that one. I'm not that funny, but I did claim Cloaca, or Cloacae, rather.
I told you were funny, and I did not mean funny looking. I just meant funny.
I mean funny looking. Who wants to read hoaxes?
Hoax says, I saw someone on Twitter claim to have Puff reserved. That's
Puff
awesome.
the
Because
Magic
like
Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon. Yeah, I love it.
Which I will maintain till my dying day. Those who insist it was always called Pete's Dragon, you're wrong. You're wrong. They changed that. They changed it. It was called Puff the Magic Dragon.
I still remember the campfire song, but never mind.
Puff the Magic
Yep.
Dragon.
Thank you. You went to camp too.
Did a lot of weed. I lost my spot in my notes. Shanty, you want to
Tadgerla.
read?
Tadgerla.
Oh,
Audrilla said, drag shiz, a friend of mine whose main is name Reek shit.
all right. Bent, I will read Bentolis's because he's not here. He just said Boris, and I don't know what the fuck he's... What? Is there a soccer player named Boris or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He
I have
does
no
love
idea.
soccer. Boris I don't know. I
He's
have
like-
to Google this.
He is literally the only American I know who gives a shit about soccer. Literally the only one. Shanty, you say...
I'd have to give the honor to Immune with Dragon Ball Z, and I also
Yep.
want to shout him out for holding Shanty Dragon for me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did that,
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I must have missed that.
didn't he? Gershom, I like yours. What is it?
All right. My Draxir is going to be named Our Captain, as in our captain is a dragon.
Fuck yeah. So I, as previously established, have the name Cloacae reserved. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use that name, but there's a couple I came up with, and there's a couple that I've seen that I think would be great. But I came up with Bussigos and Bussigosa, because we play on Proudmoore, and that's pretty homo. So just the butt pussy. Somebody on Twitter I saw managed to snag Spyro. And shout out to Immune from DNR, because his actual first name is Alex, and he said on their show that he got Alex Straz, as in one letter short of Alex Straza. So I think that's dope. Especially because male red dragons, their names end in Straz.
Yeah, the A is for the feminine ones, right?
Yeah. So that's actually all the responses we got. We're gonna actually go ahead and give the question of the week a rest for this coming week, mainly because I couldn't think of one, but also because I feel kind of bad having a question week after week after week, because it feels like I'm making y'all, the listeners, the swingers, do homework, and I don't like making y'all do that.
No homework this week, swingers.
No
Woo!
homework. Gershom has homework,
but
though.
now
She
how-
hasn't shit her
now-
pants yet.
This is true. I have not. This is true.
See,
Still-
but now
still
what am I
counting.
going to ponder this week?
What's up?
Said now what am I going to ponder this week?
Okay. Question of
I-
the week.
I
What
enjoy-
should Shanty have for dinner? That's not actually a question of the week.
What should Shanty bring to get us all drunk at TBCon?
Absinthe. I'm kidding.
Oh god, no, my lord.
I'm 100%.
Also not
I mean,
happening.
my top three answers for that are Absinthe, Malort, and the Iron Fur 1.0.
Oh, for
Oh,
Christ's
you're
sake.
not. You're uninvited.
The only thing worse than the Iron Fur 1.0 was that one unholy drink that
The
was
cement
just basically
mixer
a cement mixer on steroids.
with
I mean,
ginger ale and Jaeger.
it was pretty unholy. I do have to give it that. It was fucking
You
disgusting.
switch. You know what? For some reason, I was going through old episodes for like a project the other day, and I heard that one, and I remember you're like, oh God help me, this is gonna suck, and you're like, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, and then like 10 minutes later, you were like, I'm throwing this bitch in the garbage. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was fucking nasty.
It was funny to
Well,
re-listen to
'cause
it and
it
hear
took
your
a
like
while.
horror. Yeah, for it to like curdle up and
For it
just
to
get
curdle,
gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it eventually turned into a cup of nastiness. Okay, so question of the week, we're giving it a rest for a week. So let's move on to the draft, why don't we?
Everybody.
Thralls, balls, draft, everybody.
Okay, so last time we drafted 4 NPCs to form a rock band with. Gershom won. I maintain that I should have won because Hogger as a drummer is just fucking perfect. None of you know what art is. But, so Gershom won, Bent and I tied for second. And because Bent isn't here, Shanty can stand in for Bent as we draft 4 bad reasons to miss and or be late for raid. And this is such a broad topic that I really doubt we'll have any overlap. But the order then is Gershom, me, Shanty, Shanty, me, Gershom, etc., etc. So, without further dudes, Gershom, what's your first pick?
Okay, let me see. I'm trying to pick the best one. I've been feeling a little hangry today, so I'm gonna go with this one. Notokas ate too much of the delish pan Asian food in Half Hill and fell into a food coma.
Food coma, that's what I'm putting. 'Cause just to keep the answers like for the poll easier to read.
Yeah,
But
totally.
if they're voting without listening to the show, they're doing it wrong.
I was gonna say if you're voting, you heard it. So yeah.
So, food coma. All right, I like that. What's your? Oh no. You don't get to go twice yet. I'm next then. So I'm gonna go with a classic. This is kind of an old internet joke where people would be playing a social game like Halo PC or World of Warcraft, and they would have to suddenly jump off a TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or whatever. AFK, cat on fire. So the cat is on fire.
Poor Stormy. No.
No, there is no actual cat on fire. That's what makes it a bad reason. It's an excuse.
Oh.
Shanty, you're up.
So you'll notice a theme with mine, but my first one is completing an already depleted keystone.
Ooh.
I've done that.
I'm gonna write keystone for spite. That's what I'm writing. Keystone for spite. All right. So then, because we're snake drafting it, Shanty, you get to go a second time.
The second one is because their TSM post scan is running.
TSM post scan is running. Hell yeah. All right, so my second choice is actually at the bottom of my list, but I'm taking it because this actually happened one time and I'm still kind of annoyed about it. But a guild I was in on Trollbane, it was a horde guild, before it kind of fell apart and we stopped raiding. It still exists, but whatever. We were going into the Nighthold one night, and our healing monk didn't show up. We're like, what the fuck? And then he shows up, like, no, I'm getting this out of order. He shows up on time. We get in there, we start doing trash, and then we're about to pull the first boss, and he's like, hey, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go get ice cream. He fucking left to get ice cream.
What a stoner. Nice.
No, he wasn't a stoner at all. His girlfriend just wanted ice cream, so he's like, all right, let's go to McDonald's. And he fucking left to go get ice cream. We're standing in front of the boss, so it was Scorpion. It's not a hard boss, but still, Like, bro, we're trying to kill shit.
I hope he
Especially in a more responsible role like a healer. My God.
I hope he dropped his ice cream on the way home like Bentolis always does.
I hope he did too. I don't know what he's up to these days anyway. So, Gershom, your second pick.
I have a quick question before I go again. Are we doing 4 or 5?
4.
4. Okay. So,
Had I previously said 5?
no, I just couldn't remember.
Oh,
And I was
yeah, we're
checking
doing
because I have more than enough answers, so I want to know. So Notokus had to attend Draka's baby shower because Gershom knocked her up. I know she's dead, but fuck off. It's a fantasy game.
Okay, how am I gonna put that? Attending a baby shower for an unholy fusion of scariness. No, I'll just put an unholy fusion.
At least they're both horde. It's not that bad.
Yeah, he's a troll. She's a dead orc. He's into some shit. And then, what is your third pick?
My third pick is that she was playing Crash and Thrash and Racers atop a warden tower and fell off and died.
Okay, your third pick is died playing a game.
I died playing with toys.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna...
As a grown-ass adult.
Playing with toys. Okay, so then that's you're at 3. My third is gonna be that I shit myself. I was just sitting there, all pumped for raid, and then boom, shit myself. Sorry guys, gotta go clean it up. I'll be back.
No more walking tacos for you for dinner.
I had to do Gershom's homework for her.
I know, I suck. I'm sorry. Thanks though. You're a good friend.
Yeah, I will gladly take a shit bullet for anybody. Shanty, it's your third and your fourth.
So the third is going to be overtime at work. This is just out of pity for anybody who has it. And the fourth is raid ran long in another game.
Ooh. Other raid went long. I'll just put that. Because that... Oh my god, that is a really good one. Because then everybody's pissed off at you that you're, like, making them wait because you were doing another raid. I like it. So then my last one. I'm putting this because there's Mom was on the phone, and I couldn't get on the internet.
Oh, that's classic.
Oh, taking it old school.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck has dial-up these days? So if you're like, oh, sorry, I'm late for Sepulcher because, Mom was using the phone, and I couldn't get on the internet, then I'm gonna kick you from my raid.
My mom used to get pissed because she couldn't call me because I was on Napster with the other one, the other old music download. It wasn't Napster.
LimeWire?
No, I can't forget. Never mind. No, I can't remember what it's called.
BearShare.
Something like that.
There were so many of them.
I know. I can't remember. I suck. Anyways, it tied up the internet and my mom would get pissed.
So what's your last one?
All right, guys. This is classic. Check it out. So Notokus decided to try water skiing, on boat day because her friend Bricko said to. And then Slide Whistle flew in too low on his jungle hopper and with a resounding awooga decapitated her.
Okay, so water skiing related decapitation.
There you go. Also, shout out to Kate/Cubbybub. I need a fan art of this scene.
Oh my god.
My birthday's in January.
Well, there you go. So, those are our final picks. Gershom has food coma, attending a baby shower for an unholy fusion, died playing with toys, and a water skiing related decapitation. I have cat is on fire, left to go get ice cream, I shit myself, or mom was on the phone and I have dial up. And Shanty said keystone for spite, TSM post scan is running, overtime at work, or the other raid went long. And for clarification, for next week, we expect Bent will be back with us. He is going to be slotted in wherever Shanty would have been slotted in based on the winners of the poll. Yeah. So who do you think won? You can go ahead and vote. The link is in the show notes. It'll also be on Discord. You can join the Discord at thrallsballs.com. If I don't fuck up this week like I have the last few times, it'll be on Twitter as well. So yeah. All right, so before we get out of here, what are our final thoughts today? Gershom, what's your final thought?
Thanks for doing my homework, shit pants. You're the bomb.
I will go for extra credit next time. It'll be disgusting.
It's gonna be awesome.
My final thought for today is this is a much shorter episode than we've had lately, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's definitely long enough to be an episode, so there you go. Shanty, do you have any final thoughts?
Two. The first one is the foamy streets of Milwaukee always reminds me of that scene from Wayne's World where they're going through the Laverne and Shirley Brewery.
Oh my god.
And
Schlemazel.
And two is I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's my other final thought. Welcome back to the game. Even though shitlord Bobby Kotick isn't gone, the game's just too much fun to stay away. So, I get ya. Before we go, though, do you have any socials you wanted to plug, like Twitter, Twitch?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok, all at Shantyman Gaming. More TikToks coming soon once my schedule starts calming down in just over a week here.
Awesome. Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok, Shantyman Gaming. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get on out of here. You can follow us as a show on Twitter at ThrallsBallsPod. You can follow me at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y. Follow Gershom at Hunter Gershom, Gershom. Follow Bent at Bentolis_outlaw, BENTOLAS. You can join us in Discord by going to thrallsballs.com, email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave a review on warcraftradio.com's podcast directory. But that's all we got for you. Bye. We love you. Be good.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, all the swinger moms. Bye.
Take care, swingers.